So we've done now a couple of videos about mobile mechanics and how great they are, or not great they are. However, though, I think it's really important to also understand, like, mechanics, automotive technicians, whatever you want to call us, or call them. I'm not a mechanic myself, so that's not fair to put them into that pedigree. Because they work so hard. You know, they're people who tend to be underpaid, have to spend a ton of money on their tools, ton of money on schooling, and you know, they have to do it because of the pride and joy. And because of that, there's so many different tiers of mechanics that are out there. I can be the first one to tell you, you kind of learn by experience and hiring, and obviously having to fire people that don't meet the qualifying here. But I think the best mechanics are the ones that have a lot of pride and integrity what they do. I think there's the same people who are also investing in their careers, tend to be people who get ASCs, people who go to trainings, who invest in their trainings, and invest in their tools. The type of tools that they have, the quantity of the tools really matter. And so I think there's a ton of different tiers. And I interviewed a technician from a dealership the other day. Been at the dealership for 12 years, and it was like, I think being an independent would be a good idea. And you know what? Not every dealership technician can be in the independent shop. Independent shops operate totally different than dealerships. And dealerships obviously operate totally different than independent shops, and I don't think they go hand in hand here. You can come from the independent world and be successful in a dealership, but I can't always say coming from the dealership world you'll be successful in the independent side here. It's because of the type of tools, the type of resources. Seeing the same thing over and over again, right, 100 times a week. Is great because dealerships, you don't have to do the hard work, right? You don't have to go in and diagnose a vehicle. You already know what it is. It's going to be one of 3 things that you see 10 other times. Here, we have to treat every vehicle individualized, every symptom individualized, because we work with vehicles that are 50,000 miles up to 300,000 miles. And so the type of systems that could be failing on the car, it challenges the best technicians out there. And because it challenges the best technicians, I believe strongly that the people who are invested in their careers, who are in the independent world, tend to be some of the best mechanics out there, because they always have to stay on their toes. They always have to keep using their tools, their resources, that they keep using their brain the best way they can. Not saying that dealership people don't. I just think independence, we have to take it to a whole different world. And so the pedigree of technician really matters, which is why at our shop, we only accept the excellence, the best of the best. And even if you fall 98% to that here, it ain't going to work here, because it might go off the classic rule. If I can't trust you with my car, you ain't working on my customer's car. That is for sure.